Okay, hello. This is the eighth lecture in a series of lectures on the South China Sea, and today we're going to focus on fish as a resource. All right, and I want to start off by showing you a map of fishing activity by nation. Uh, it's only a sample between April and May of 2020. All right, this is a satellite data collection sample. All right, and yellow are Chinese fishing boats. That's where they're located. Purple are Vietnamese. All right, so you can see the South China Sea here. Here's China. All right, that's Hainan Island. All right, Vietnam coming down here. All right, then this is Brunei, Malaysia, Philippines, so forth. There's Taiwan. There's Taiwan. Okay. All right. So then it also demarks the exclusive economic zones. All right. This is China's. It's sharing it with Taiwan here, and according to this demarcation, they're saying Pratis Island. Pratis Island is roughly about there, and maybe it's around there. Pratis Island is a true island that demarks exclusive economic zone, and I question that. Right? I mean, maybe it is, maybe it's not. Oh, that's Woody Island there. Here's Pratis Island. Right? This is 1,000 feet. Right? So this is basically 300 yards. Right? I mean, it's barely 1,000 yards long. Right? Can it support human habitation on its own? And can it support economic life on its own? Both necessary conditions. You know, it's questionable. Anyways, all right. So what you want to notice is okay. So here's China's exclusive economic zone, splitting it with Vietnam. There's a border between Vietnam. There's Hainan Island. That's China. So it's kind of going between. Coming out to here, just like I would say, you know, parasols are not going to be able to demark territory. And coming down here, right? This is Indonesia's exclusive economic zone. This is Malaysia's. Malaysia's again, Brunei, Malaysia. It's all split up here. This is Philippines, right? Okay, so you notice pretty much they stick to their exclusive economic zone, right? You see Vietnam kind of cheating into Chinese territory over here, right? And there's some cheating of yellow. You see there's specks of yellow here, some down here, right? This is all high seas. This is no one's. Anyone can go here. So Vietnam is not violating anyone's exclusive economic zone by fishing this area. It's cheating over there a little bit, cheating into Philippines waters here. Now, China looks like it's cheating into uh, Taiwan's exclusive economic zone here, but I don't think Pratis Island uh, can demark EEZ. That would be my guess. I don't think there's a judgment made on it yet, a ruling made on it, but I would guess it would not. All right. So, from this, it looks like they pretty much stick to their exclusive economic zones for the most part. So, how extensive are the EEZ violations? According to the map plot above, which is just a sample, EEZ violations are not extensive. Right? And we said they pretty much stick to their exclusive economic zones. Right? Possible reasons why, well, you got political factors, obviously, international relations, tensions factors. You have legal factors, other factors, which I think are just as important, if not more important, are operating, factors. Fuel costs, refrigeration capacity, how much fish you can store, right? You're not gonna go way out there and catch a lot of fish, and you know, unless you can store it. Open water seaworthiness of vessels. That depends upon, factors like size of the vessel, so forth. Uh, Vessel endurance on station, right? Now, I mentioned here that it's possible cheaters turn off their signal transmitters. All right, that's possible. But if you look at this, I mean, I think I think fuel is a huge factor in and of itself. So this distance from China to the border of the EZ, that's probably about 100 nautical miles. All right, you know, the further you go out, the more fuel you expend, and fuel's damn expensive. All right, that gets costly. So they're going to want to stay close to shore and they can fish towards shore. So that's just natural, right? And then depending upon the size of the ship, how much fish you can hold in refrigeration and so forth, right? That gets costly too. Amount of fuel you got to spend to power refrigeration equipment. All right. Is China the only violator? No, right? But who was the worst violator? Well, China is. But you see, for this is I forget the source. Anyway, I do have the source here. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Illegal, unreported, unregulated fish index. Okay, blah blah blah. All right. So Taiwan's close behind, then Cambodia, then Russia, then Vietnam. They're all cheating, right? These down here are African nations, so it kind of shows there's more cheating going on in the South China Sea than off the coast of Africa. Yemen, Sudan, Liberia, Somalia. These are all African nations. All right. The South China Sea accounted for 12% of global fish catch in 2015. That's the data I got there. The global fish catch in 2020 was worth 163 billion. So if you take that 12% as representative, that comes out to roughly $20 billion. $20 billion for all the damn fish caught in the South China Sea. Now, if you calculate a percentage of China GDP, assuming China stole all the fish, and you know that China's not going to get every damn fish, all right? There's too many other fishing vessels. This is just Vietnamese. You're not looking at Indonesian, Malaysian, Brunei, and Philippines, right? They're all taking fish out of the South China Sea. So that is a very generous assumption that China steals every damn fish. $20 billion amounts to 0.028% of their GDP, which is nothing, right? And that's if they steal all the fish, which is not going to happen. All right. So fish stocks in the South China Sea are declining rapidly, and some say is on the verge of collapse. Prices will then rise. Competition and conflict will increase, but the overall monetary value may fall, right? Less fish, well, less money. In other words, as fish stocks decline, overall profit may fall. Will the cost of conflict be worth it then? I mean, it's not worth it as it is right now. It's worth 0.028% of their GDP. I mean, come on. So as fish stocks dwindle, China may have to resort to fish farms and or develop alternative protein sources. Right? Eat a lot of soybean. Eat a lot of tofu. Maybe China can develop cattle ranching in the northern and western steppes. Right? Kind of like, the Chinese northern and western steppes. These are kind of like the U.S. high plains, out near like Montana and North Dakota and so forth, right? Right? Not that good for agriculture, but good for grazing animals. So they can develop that into cattle ranching, replete with Chinese cowboys, except instead of saying yeehaw, they will say yeehaw. But it could make Pete Townshend's 1982 album, All the Best Cowboys Have Chinese Eyes, look prophetic. That's an album. Damn good album, man. This is like greatest hits album. I like Pete Townsend stuff. And I had a joke about Sierra Leone movies. Like they, they developed this Chinese cowboys. They can have Western movies, right? Kind of like Sergio Leone. So Chinese Sergio movies could make more money than fish. Total fish value $2 billion per year, right? Well, just switch the cows, right? Then he can make cowboy movies. All right, I'm just joking. I'm saying the overall fish value is exaggerated hype. All right, and pretty much they stick to their own zones as it is, right? You take you take isolated anecdotal conflict here and there, all right? That's blowing it out of proportion.